Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. We are on the market. Kent Brown is joining us for our lepage team realtor, owner, broker. It is wonderful to have you here.
Well, Leanne, it's a pleasure.
And we finally get to chat. Usually Kurt gets to chat with you, but usually ours is done in board meetings and stuff.
Well, this is nice. We're together on the Ottawa Snowsuit Fund, and this is great. Great to be here.
What I loved is, I was coming to chat with you and, say, okay, break down the numbers, break down the concept, but you have actually done that for us today. We're going to take a look at some amazing graphs that kind of really put the numbers to allow you to really make sense of what's happening here in our market.
Well, there's a bunch we can go through just to give it. It's a pretty short overview of the whole Ottawa market, so we can go right to that if you like.
Okay, let's go.
The first one, this chart, is different. That's so residential and condominium sales year to date. Just to show you that residential properties outnumber condos 4-to-1. So you'll hear often that the average sale price is $360,000, where in fact, if you look at the actual homes, it's about $390,000. So when you factor condos into that, it brings it down. So the average condo is $263,000. So we can flip to the next one. And that's just to show inventory this year. There's almost as many sales happening, like April and May were very, very close to last year, but there are more homes available. In past years, there's been a shortage of what you could have to choose from. This year you can see condos is up 27%, and there's almost 6,000 homes available in residential, up over last year.
There's just been that much growth and that much new build
There's
too.
growth, it's exciting out there again. Interest rates are still unbelievably low, and there's a huge selection of homes, so it's a great time to get out and look. What do we got next? So this is interesting because a lot of people, when they think of condominiums, they just think of apartments. And you'll actually see that the split between condominium apartments and condominium townhouses is actually 50-50, which surprises a lot of people. And you can see the average condominium apartment is almost $300,000, whereas the row units are a little lower than that and average $230,000.
We look at them as a condominium. Is it when you're paying condo fees? Is that when you start to kind of see the comparison or how different they could be?
Yeah. There's even some freehold houses on private streets or lanes where you pay a small association fee like a condo fee, but this is just row units versus apartments.
50-50.
Yep. And what's up next? Residential sales. This is interesting because if you're in a different style of home, whether it's a split level or a semi-detached or a row unit that's residential, you'll notice here that 83% of the homes that sell in the city are either 2 stories or bungalows. So when you've got a home that isn't a 2-story or a bungalow, you're dealing with a little smaller segment of the market. But 60% of all homes in the city are 2 stories.
Of what people are looking for. So when you're looking at maybe split level or it's just different design?
There aren't as many of them, but also not as many selling. Next up, this is just to show where the units break down in a year. So if you see the first 2 categories, 300,000 to 500,000, is 54% of the market. So the huge percentage of the market is between 300,000 and 500,000. Where it really gets interesting, especially if you have a higher priced home, is 750 to $1 million. We're at 2.7, over $1 million, under 1% of the market. So if you have a home over 750,000, you'll notice only 3.4% of the houses fall into that category. So it might take you a little longer to sell, and you have to be really tight on your price.
And how much movement are we seeing that people are actually able to jump in salaries or having something that puts them at that level where they can get into that percentage? It's very few.
Well, again, it depends on, is your house selling at the low? Like most people are moving up and then they move into condos. It's a good flow, but the upper market won't sell until the bottom is going as well. What did we have next? I'm trying to. This was again the condominium price range. Over half the market is under 250,000, and again under 1% is over 750. So if you're over 750 in the condo market, it's only 1 in 150 that actually go there.
Those are people that are leaving those $1 million homes and then might be kind of downsized and looking for a little bit of a change.
Well, we didn't leave $1 million home, but we downsized from a little home behind IKEA into a Westboro condo, and it's a dream life.
You're enjoying it.
I absolutely love it.
Will we see, do you think, a different change in the percentages, or this has been a pretty steady, we're seeing the numbers staying pretty steady as to the movement with the condos? Yes,
and I think it's going to continue. A lot of people, when they're empty nesters, often may have a vacation property or something down south, so they have the freedom. The condominium gives them the freedom to enjoy more avenues like that. It often brings you also in Westboro. My wife was born and raised there. It's her dream. I mean, you look out the window, we watch Westfest, we enjoy it.
I think a lot of people are, are looking at that area and kind of going, that's a dream.
It's a great spot.
It's remarkable to see. Thanks for breaking the numbers down. I think it gives
Pleasure,
people
Leanne.
a great perspective of what we're seeing right here in our city.